Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Deadhead Panda Creations. Tonight's story is going to be Desmond and his deal with the devil. Without further ado, here it is, Desmond and his deal with the devil. Hi, my name's Desmond, and I'm here to tell you, making a deal with the devil is not all glitz and glamour as you would think it should be. I just accidentally happened upon making this deal with the devil. It was a regular day, like any other day. I'm out, had to run some errands, and do laundry. I hate doing laundry. So while I'm doing my laundry, I'm sitting there, and this guy walks in, and he's just walking around, cruising as if this was a grocery store. So I bury my face in my book, minding my own business, hoping that he peruses on by me. All of a sudden, I get a whiff of hellfire and brimstone. Yes, a scent of hellfire and brimstone. I can't exactly describe it to you, but trust me, you'll know when you smell it. This odor drawed me from my book. I look up, and this man is standing over me. He has on a dark blue suit with thin rimmed glasses and sneakers. I look up. May I help you? Oh, I was just wondering, how desperate are you? So many things was running through my head at this moment. Excuse me? It's all that I could reply. No, like, I can tell you're desperate, but how desperate are you exactly? Not desperate enough to listen to a nut job. Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about. Of course you do, my good man. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your mother's sick and in the hospital. Those hospital bills are adding up. Your rent is 3 months due. And that car you own, or did own, because it's being towed right now, you're going to be walking for a while. My car? What do you mean? Oh my God. Wait. I made a payment. Wait. I burst out of the laundromat. Again, I ask you, how desperate are you? Would you happen to want to make a wager with the devil? Sir, as you can see, I'm not in the mood for this. My car just got towed. I have clothes in the washing machine, and now I'm going to have to walk all of my things all the way back uptown. But my good man, I can solve all this for you if you just make a deal with me. Sir, I really don't have time for this. Listen, my good man, if you make a deal with me, I can guarantee you everything you could ever want in this world and the next. Sir, it's not Halloween. Here, dressed very smugly to be out here amongst us commoners. So I'm going to need you to leave me alone. Why, out of everybody in this wash house, you just so happen to float over to me, and since I've met you, my life is quickly going to hell, you say? No, I was gonna say shit, but since you said it, yes, that is exactly where it's going. Well, my kind sir, you were going to end up in hell anyway, just to let you know. So I was just trying to come and speed that process up. Excuse me? Yes, you're going to hell. Remember, when you were 6, you stole gum. When you were 22, you decided that it was okay to drink and drive. That poor kid did not deserve to get ran over. So as far as I'm concerned, after 22, everything else you did was just a flea on a dog's back. I'm gonna go now because I'm pretty sure you have lost your damn mind. Oh, you think no one knew about all the things that you had done? Trust me, I'm almost like Santa Claus. I do keep a list. I do check it twice. And trust me, I drag every single person that deserves it straight to hell. But I'm here because I think you would be a great candidate for a job that I have coming up. And if you do this job, I can guarantee you for the rest of your life, as short as it's going to be, you will be perfectly well taken care of and your mom will pull through. Kinda. Sir, you're trying to make a deal with me as if you are the devil. No, my kind sir, I am not the devil. I am one of his advocates, and I do have a deal for you to sign. If you sign right here on this dotted line, I can guarantee you that you will be happy for a while until we come to claim your soul. And then once we claim your soul, you will get a beautiful desk ushering forth terror and darkness towards all those that are unfortunate enough to fall down here with us. I can guarantee you won't burn in hell, but you'll definitely send those who deserve it to burn in hell. You will become a glorified paper pusher until you could get to the point of becoming a devil's advocate. Does this suit you? And at that moment, he reached out his hand to me. Perplexed and confused, I shook it. My stupid ass shook it. Okay, my good sir, thank you for shaking my hand. That does seal the deal. Now, tonight at midnight, there will be an all-out brawl. And all I need you to do is make sure that kindly little old lady that's going to be on 71st Street and 14th Avenue in the middle of the night does not die. That's all you have to do, just to assure that this woman makes it home. That's all I have to do. Absolutely. That's all you have to do. Just make sure she makes it across the crosswalk and to her home. And I can guarantee you that for the rest of your short life that you have left, you will be happy. And your mom will pull through. Kinda. Oh. Okay. Wait. If I do this, will all my bills go away and then I can have a big house and car and live a happy life? Are you sure? There's no reneging on these deals. I'm absolutely sure, my kind sir. There are no reneging on these deals. We could not renege on these deals if we wanted to. Your handshake signed on that dotted line, and because you signed on that dotted line, I will make sure that everything you want, you will get. I will make sure that your last couple of years of life is absolutely happy. Great. Definitely. We got a deal. I will be there. That old lady will make it home. At this point in my head, I started to think, when did the devil become soft and started helping little old ladies? And with that, I was there on the corner when a all-out hell spree broke out. Bullets were flying, body parts were going left and right. People were losing their minds. If you ever had a scene of a hellscape, that is exactly what we were looking at. We were facing a hellscape, except there were no demons, there were only people. The little old lady went to walk off the curb and a car zoomed by, almost taking her straight out and voiding my contract. But I saved her by going over the hood of the car myself, bouncing off, getting up, and quickly throwing this old granny, that old bat, over my shoulder and running like hell. Ma'am, where is your home? My home is just 2 blocks north of here. And I ran her ass 2 blocks north to her home. I made sure she got in the door. And with that, my kindly devil's advocate popped up and said, thank you, my good sir. Now everything you want will be to you in the morning. There will come a knock, accept the key. And after that, everything will make itself clear. Oh, and your mom is doing just fine. She is doing just fine. You'll see. You will see. I went home, climbed in bed. I was so giddy and excited, scared. I couldn't sleep. And when I did fall asleep, I didn't dream. I was just blank, bored, nothing to do. When my alarm went off, I popped up. The sun had not even popped up. I was up before the sun. And I sat in front of the front door, waiting on a knock. And waiting on a knock. At about 7:35, a knock came. 3 loud, thunderous knocks. Popped up, ran to the door, slung it open, and there stood a man. This man was tall, creepy, and looked like something straight off the Addams Family. But he reached his hand out and handed me a key. And with the key, he gave me an envelope. And then he turned and walked away. I opened the envelope, and in it was a giant, huge, outstanding, unbelievable, jaw-dropping check. That check had so many zeros on it that I could have rolled those all the way to the bank on its own. I threw on my clothes so fast I was at the bank before the bank tellers. They looked at the check and looked at me. Looked at the check and looked at me. And then the bank manager came up. Follow me, sir. Give me this check, ma'am. Thank you. Follow me, sir. He ushers me to this back, private, dark, melodious area. And he says, sit down. So I did. And he was like, I see you made a good deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this check in the account. It's going to clear, of course, because he is our best customer. And you are off to live your best life. How did you get here? I walked, ran, kinda. Why didn't you just take your car? Because it got towed. Not that car. The one that's outside. Wait, how did my car get outside? Easy. It follows you everywhere you go. You have the key. How do you know about all this? You don't become a bank manager for 12 years running and work in a bank like this and not have met the devil, or at least one of his advocates. And may I say, this is one of the biggest checks I've ever seen him cut. What did you do? Well, I just saved an old lady. That was it. Interesting. Have you looked at the paper today? No, not really. I just looked at that check and ran over here so that I could start living my life. Interesting. I would really suggest you look at that newspaper when you get a chance. Because no good deed goes unpunished. Okay. So here's your card. And your car is outside of us, you know, sir. So have a good day. Okay. I walked out the bank, and sure enough, there was this immaculate car sitting there. I pulled the key out my pocket, and I pressed the alarm button, and sure enough, the alarm went off. I jumped in the car, fastened my seatbelt, and threw that bad boy in drive. I zoomed out of that so fast and busted a U-E and headed straight to the hospital. Ironically, Highway to Hell was blazing the whole way to the hospital. Now, this is where everything started to go sideways. I got to the hospital, and of course, my mom was better, but not really. She was in a coma. She stopped dying. She's just there. She's not aware. She's not awake. She's not dead. She's just there. So he promised that she wouldn't die. That part he kept. But he also did not clarify that she wouldn't actually be alive either. That she wouldn't be able to be my mom. She wouldn't be back to the way that I remember her so dearly and fondly. That she would just be a body in a bed that needs nothing, that is not hooked up to machines, but is not aware, not interactive, not caring, not loving. But who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth that I don't have to bury my mom in the 6 months that they said I did? So I left my mom there in the hospital. And after a day or two, the hospital called and said she was stable and that the best thing would be to move her into a hospice nursing home. So I found the biggest and best hospice nursing home that I could. And I had my mama taken out of there in a beautiful car. The seats were leather. She would never know it, but she enjoyed that ride. I got the finest assistants to assist her 24 hours a day. And as much as they did, my mother continued to just lay there. She has a deluxe room in this hospice nursing home, and she is just gorgeous laying there. You would think that she was a run-of-the-mill sleeping beauty. I'm just sad that I couldn't do more to bring her back to her old ways and how she was. But alas, she's alive. After I did all that, I went on to buy me several properties and went on to rent those out and make me more money than I could ever dream. I have to say, because I already knew I was going to hell, I became an even worse guy. The money did not make me better. I did not go around and throw money at orphans and make sure little old women had the best lives. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did read that day's paper, and may I say that old lady hacked the hell out of her husband, grandkids, and kids, and filleted them all and laid them out for Thanksgiving dinner. When the police found her, she was sitting there, gnawing at her husband's ankle bone. I have to say I was shocked. She didn't seem like she could hurt a fly, let alone husband, kids, and grandkids. But she did. Oh, she did. It was almost a nightmare. I felt bad. But then I was like, it had to be somebody. So now I live waiting to die. But mind you, I am living. And of course, I'm not throwing money at orphanages or anything. If anything, I'm at the script club every night. There's always a new woman in my bed. And I could not have hoped for more. Or can I? I still have a while to live, I guess. I don't know. I might as well shoot for the moon. But again, you never know when you're going to meet a devil. You may be minding your own business at a park bench or washing some dirty drawers when he comes to claim your soul. And unfortunately, there's not really much you can do about it unless you want to avoid shaking on it and continue to live the horrid life you have until you die. So yes, making a deal with the devil is not glamorous. It can happen at any time. But to tell you the truth and play devil's advocate, it's a deal you would love to make. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Desmond and his deal with the devil. I am grateful for all of you coming and listening to my story once again. This is another 31 nights of stories. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button so that you could be notified of the next time I make a story, which will most likely be tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.